I'm pretty sure you guys have heard this, and I'm pretty sure you guys have thought about this definition, right? I used to have a software development company. I was the go-to guy when someone wanted to develop an app, when someone wanted to develop a website. Everyone called me. And for me, it was amazing. It was really great because that was what I did. That was my company. That was my business. So if you want to develop an app, all right, sure, go ahead. Let's do it. We developed around 50 projects, of which around 30 to 40 were startups. Only 3 of them remain live, right? The other 47 projects that we developed, completely dead. For me, this was a hard thing to tell, right? So those people invested a lot of money in my company. We delivered an awesome solution for them. And then it was nothing for them, right? So they wasted all the money. They ran out of money. They didn't do the right marketing. They developed products that had no market need. So thinking about this, I thought about how can I change this? How can I make them become successful, right? So after a lot of research and after a lot of things, I found an idea that I want to share with you. And it's a bit of an exercise of how to think about your minimum viable product. The next time someone asked me, so hey, I have this idea for an app, or I have this idea for a platform, for a website, or for something, I first asked them, all right, so let's do an exercise. And I want to do that exercise with you. So the first thing that I want to ask you and that you have in mind is that to think, how does your minimum viable product look like, right? So just for a second, think, how does your MVP look? And imagine it and feel it, and perhaps you haven't even developed it, or perhaps you have done something with it. Think about that for a second. When you're done thinking about that, think about and imagine a world in where your company, and only your company, doesn't have access to current technology, right? So you cannot access digital technology, you don't have a website, you don't have an app, you don't have a computer, perhaps you only have a phone, and perhaps you have a pen and paper. Everyone else has computers and internet. It's only your company that does not have that. Now I ask you again, how does your MVP look like if you don't have access to technology? How can you deliver your product without technology for them? And this is really interesting, right? Because, I mean, most of the startups and most of the new businesses need or think that they need to be there. Let's think about Uber, right? So Uber is living in this world where every company has internet and digital age technology, but they don't, right? So how do they deliver their product, right? So in a way, you could say that you could receive phone calls and someone would tell, so I need a pickup from here to the other place. I would write it down if I were the Uber founder, right? So I'm writing it down. All right. And then I would call a driver. So hey, driver, someone needs a pickup at that point to go to that place, and you're gonna charge them that much. Then the driver would arrive, and then the person who needed the transport would go from point A to point B, right? So this is a minimum viable product without technology. Why is this important? Why do we need to think about a minimum viable product without technology? When you do it, you discover your core business, right? So what's Uber core business? Moving people from point A to point B. When you think about it like that, and technology is not part of your core business, I'm not saying every company moves like this, and obviously technology is a great ability, a great help and great support for everyone. But when you find your core business and when you understand your core business, then you can add the technology. Then you can develop an app. Then you can develop a website to improve what you were doing. Finding your core business, it's what truly matters. And when you find that core business, I really, really encourage you to, the moment you find that, start doing it, right? Do not wait for a website. Do not wait for an app. Do not wait for other things. Go ahead and start selling your minimum viable product. Start selling your core business. Start working towards that, and then build from that.